Hey there, small takes, mindset, staying within yourself. Today's session talks about this concept of staying within yourself, something that I personally learned and first heard when I was in high school. And my baseball coach at the time would tell us this pretty often as we came up to bat or were out in the field. He would say, hey, Rohit, or team members, stay within yourself. And at first I have to admit I don't quite know what it meant. I did not know what it meant. But over time I learned that he was telling us not to try too hard, not to try to do too much. Sometimes there's that tendency, especially as we compare ourselves to others, to look at what others can do and what we can do and naturally think, well, we're not there yet. How can I get there? I want to do more. I want to be able to do those things. And the optimal word in what I said there is not there yet, as the growth mindset approach to things, is that you're not there yet, but you can get there. Practice makes progress, as they say. And so with that the tendency is in sports often to look at what someone else is doing. Someone running as fast as us or faster than us. Is someone able to kick the ball harder, hit the ball harder, get past tackles in football, or spike the ball, or swim faster, whatever it may be that's in front of us. And that could be someone that we're comparing to in our peer group, or someone that may be younger or older than us that we know. And maybe naturally they can do some of those things. That talent is there, that natural ability. It may not be there in us. And so that is a tricky thing. When we talk about staying within ourselves, it's about not trying to do too much, being at that edge of the comfort zone, but then pushing yourself a little bit more. It's actually a term that we use in other principles called the Goldilocks principle. If you recall the Goldilocks story, it talks about Goldilocks who looks for these beds, right? And I'm paraphrasing and very summarizing, but she finds a bed that's not too soft, not too hard, but just right. You're looking for just right, but at the edge of just right is something that ideally pushes you, which is why the Goldilocks principle came to be. So using the sports analogy of staying within yourself and not trying to do much, not trying to do too much, but push yourself a little bit more so you can get better. Ideally, 1% better each day, as some of our favorite bloggers and authors talk about in their writings. One of the other things that I think about with respect to this is comparison, right? Naturally, I'm touching on the fact that we tend to compare ourselves with others. And that is not a good thing in general. It's a tough thing. It's a mindset thing for sure, because we tend to think the grass is greener, someone has this, we don't have this, no matter what level you're at, right? Whether you're running a successful company, or you've graduated from college, you're in high school, or you're in your adolescence, comparison is something that we all tend to do. It's human nature. However, there is a term that you may have heard of, which is comparison is the thief of joy. And that is something that takes a lot of discipline to think through, is how I can not compare myself with others, but really just compete with myself. I'll talk about this in maybe future modules. Rappers do a great job of this. Cardi B, Kanye West, whatever you may think of them, they talk about this in their music, about listening to God in terms of the messages, what they're meant to do, their purpose, and trying to compete with themselves, not with others. So going back to this theme around staying within yourself, notice, right? Notice what is happening. Stay within yourself, try to do a little bit better, compete with yourself, not necessarily with others or as compared to others. And as such, you're not going to go from zero to hero overnight. It's never a straight line to success, as they say, right? There's a lot of sweat, blood, and tears involved. So stay within yourself, just get better each and every day, and progress will make a lot more things seem easier than they are today. That's small takes mindset around staying within yourself.